What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another NBA Prize Picks video. This one we're talking about the games for Tuesday, April 8th. We hit all four of our picks last video, so stay tuned to hear all four in this one. If you guys are not in the Dynamo private Discord, what are you doing? You have to get over here, lock in for the NBA. We've been crushing it all season. We're going to give you guys 40% off to lock in for the NBA, so get in here. You can get in on the weekly for $6 right now with that code. Absolutely crazy. We went 6-1 in the NBA on Monday. There were just 2 games. We missed just 1 pick, and 4 of our players got actually ruled out. It's that type of season, but now we got a bunch of games coming for Tuesday, so get in the Discord. A few days before that as well, we went 12-1 with our NBA picks, where I went 5-0. We also hit a ton of college basketball picks that day. Scrolling up, you can see more hits where I went 5-0 with college basketball. Another huge NBA day, going 12-5, where I went 8-2 just a few days before that. Another massive day, insane one actually, going 22-4, mostly with our NBA picks, where I went 8-0. Another capper in here went 7-0. And you can see we're directly cashing people out like this big slip. $10 to win $250. New Discord member directly copping our picks, hitting this one. And another guy in the Discord, $35 to win $875 just a few days ago using our NBA picks. Click that top link to get in the Discord. You can join on the monthly or the weekly and use that code to get a big 40% off discount. Join button to that code NBA40. You're going to get in here for $6. You guys saw the crazy streaks have been going on in the Discord with the NBA. Best time to lock in. We also got MLB, NHL, PGA as well coming up again, which we've been crushing. So you guys saw the crazy streaks, big wins from people in the Discord. So get in there, lock in with that link down below, and use the code. So we'll see you guys in the Discord. First one to go to is going to be Josh Giddey on the under of 22.5 points. I know that Chicago has a ton of injuries here, but they're coming up against Cleveland, who's an extremely tough matchup. Josh Giddey, I don't think he's a scorer like that, even with these guys that are out for the Chicago Bulls. Just a huge amount for him to get to 23. He's not known as a scorer, even though he's been scoring around 20 points a game, still getting to 23. Not one I like here, especially against Cleveland. I think this could be a massive blowout in this game, and I just like taking the under for Giddey for this one. Honestly, it's just an insane line. As you can see over on Outlier, he's only hit this in 10 of 69 games this year, 14%. Obviously, later in the season, he's been a better scorer. He did hit this one in the last one, just got there with 23 in this game against Charlotte, which is a great matchup. He hadn't hit it in the 4 straight before that, and the most points he had in that stretch was 17 in his last 4. He just had to get to 23. And the games he was hitting this were very specific matchups, like Indiana. It's going to be a great pace-up spot for him to play. He also hit this against Philadelphia, who's a team that's been super injured. Phoenix, another team injured, just gives up a ton of points as well. So in good matchups, he can possibly barely get there, where he's getting like 24, 23 points. This one, he needs 23, and it's a really tough matchup. Could be an absolute blowout. I could see this game being a 20-point game by halftime without all these guys for Chicago and Cleveland playing their guys. So I'm really taking the under on this one. Giddey, just way too high of a line for me to ever take on this one. I could see this one dropping as well. These picks are in the Discord before the videos comes out. This is our early look picks. So for more picks from me and a bunch of other cappers at a later look, it's going to be all in the Discord. But this one, just off the bat, way too high of a line for Giddey. Next one I'm going to go to, we're going to go to Franz Wagner over on his assists at 4.5. So for this one, I'm definitely liking it. Wagner coming up in a exceptional matchup against Atlanta. Teams that have just been absolutely torching Atlanta, and Atlanta can keep up, though. They can score points to go with these teams, and obviously it's going to be a tough matchup for Atlanta defensively. I still think this could be a higher scoring game here, and Orlando is going to put up a ton of points compared to their season average here, and I like going to the assists. It's a line he's hit a bunch, and I think he's going to be playing big minutes in a closer, high-scoring game. Just a great recipe for him to hit these assists, and I'm definitely liking this one at 4.5. So looking at Franz on the season, he's hit this almost 60% of the time, 59% of games. Just absolutely smashing this one in the beginning of the season. He had like a game here hitting it 13, 14 games in a row. He's hit in his last 3, some big ones with 7, 9 assist game, all in the last 10 here with some massive assist games. And then you could see the minutes as the last 3 he's played big ones, but there's been some blowouts in these last 10. Like he played 23 minutes in a 30-point game. He only played 24 minutes in this blowout game as well. So if we don't expect this one to be a blowout, a close, high-scoring one against Atlanta, he should be playing in the mid to high 30s of minutes. Something you can do on outliers, you can only look at games where he's played 27 or more minutes. This jumps up to a 64% hit rate. Honestly, I could see him playing 35 minutes in this game. He's hit it in 2/3 of the games, 67%, or possibly even 36 in this one, a close one. He's been playing huge minutes like this, and it's a 75% hit rate when he plays 36 or more minutes. And we saw in his last 3, he got to 34, 36, and then almost 40 minutes in the last 4. So he could definitely play 36 plus minutes. I'm definitely liking this line as well for Wagner. And on Prizepicks, we're getting a 3x multiplier on these 2 picks. That's why I've been playing even more on parlay play. You guys saw in the last video, those 4 pick slips, we got an 11.5x compared to just 10x on both Prizepicks and Underdog. Parlay play is going to be legal in most states where Underdog and Prizepicks are. So you just got to be over here to win more money with the same exact picks you're playing over there. They also have a great welcome bonus, $5 free to just try them out. You don't even have to deposit. Then you're going to want to deposit. It's a 100% deposit match. You're going to start with a huge bonus to get started. And you can see these 2 picks that we have locked in over here. We're getting a 3.55x multiplier. It doesn't seem like a big difference, but it really is, especially if you're playing 20, 25 bucks on these. You're leaving a ton of money on the table. And then we can look at our next pick here and add it in. OG Anunoby. We're going to take him over on his points at 17.5. When you add that in, it's almost a 7.2x on parlay play. That's why I play over here. You just win more money for playing the same exact stuff you're playing over on Prizepicks. So remember this, 7.2x on parlay play, these 3 picks. And when we add this over on Prizepicks, we are getting just a 5x. So a huge difference, but this is the next one I'm going to. Anunoby over on his points at 17.5. Even against Boston, one I really like. Anunoby has been going absolutely crazy the last 6-7 games. I think he's going to keep it going. This is a really low line. This is definitely one I could see bumping up because of the scoring he's been going on this absolute tear. Even with Jalen Brunson back, Cat scoring the ball, I think Anunoby going to be in for a big one here against Boston. And I think the Knicks really want to win this one to prove a statement heading into the playoffs with a win over Boston. Anunoby's going to be going all out in this. I like this line. And you can see what I'm talking about over on Outlier. This one, 50% hit rate on the season, but he's hit it in, is that his last 10 games? We just look at his last 10. He hit it in his last 10 straight. He's had 23 or more in his last 10, so even a crazier streak than I thought he's been going on. And he just has to get to 18 for this one to hit, and he's had 23 or more in his last 10. Definitely a tough matchup, but I think he keeps it going. He's been scoring a ton, shooting a ton, playing a ton of minutes. You just cannot not like this one. In his last 7 games, he's taken at least 16 shots. He's hitting threes. He's getting to the cup. I'm liking this one. I definitely could see this one bumping to 18.5, 19.5 by the time the morning comes. I'm recording this one the night before. Liking this one for OG. For the next one, we're going to Jimmy Butler against Phoenix, a matchup I love. And Golden State is in that 3 through 8 seed in the West, separated by 2 games. Anything can happen. The 8 seed can jump up to the 2 seed within 2 games here. Warriors definitely want to get out of that play-in situation. They're going to be going hard against Phoenix, a team you could definitely score the ball on, and they should hopefully keep it close in this one as well, with Devin Booker scoring a ton of points. Bradley Beal back as well. So I like the Warriors to have a big game here and Jimmy Butler to have one as well, with 16.5 on the over. Another line I really like. For Butler, we're getting a big hit rate on this one. We're getting into that 57% on the season. And we can come down and see the minutes for Butler. I expect big minutes in a close, high-scoring game here against Phoenix. Game they have to win for playoff seeding. He should be playing massive minutes in the mid to high 30s as well. So I like going to Butler. I think he's going to play easily 28 plus minutes. Then it's a 71% hit rate on this line. And if he gets 30 plus minutes, it's a 74% hit rate. I definitely think we can count him in for that if it's a close game. In this one, you can see he's played mid to high 30s in every game that has been close, except for when they beat San Antonio by 40. I don't think that's going to happen. Every other game, he's played 28 plus in his last 20 games. So definitely one I'm liking for Butler. Huge hit rate on this line, and going to this one for sure for him. And if you guys are not in the Dynamo private Discord, you got to get in here. Lock in for the rest of the NBA season. We're giving you a great deal. Code NBA40 to get 40% off. We usually don't give these massive discounts, but with college basketball now ending, we want you guys to lock in for the NBA with us. We went 6-1 on a small 2-game slate on Monday. Missed just one pick. 4 of our plays got ruled out before the game started. That will happen at the end of the NBA season. Just a few days before that, we had another massive day, going 12-1 with our NBA picks between the cappers. Myself, I went 5-0. We also hit some huge college basketball picks, back-to-back PGA slips on that day as well. We post in all sports. A few days before that, 5-0 in college basketball. Another massive day, 12-5 in the NBA, where I went 8-2. And then just a few days before that, some big wins in there, but another insane day, going 22-4 with mostly NBA picks, where I went 8-0. Another capper went 7-0. We absolutely have been cashing people out. Like you can see this slip with our NBA picks, $10 to win $250. Some more massive ones with our NBA picks, like $35 to win $875, just a huge hit. That top link, get into the Dynamo private Discord. You can just click on the weekly or the monthly, click join, type in that code NBA40. You're going to get 40% off. You can get in here for $6 right now. Going to be a great deal. Get more picks from me, plus a bunch of other cappers. You saw an early look at our picks. You're going to get later picks as well in the NBA and all sports. So lock in right now for the rest of the NBA season. And if you guys are not over on Parlay Play, you have to sign up there. I play over there even more than Prizepicks and Underdog, just because you get paid more money for the exact same picks. 3 picks we talked about in this video. Over on Prizepicks, you're going to get a 5x multiplier, so $10 is going to win $50. Over here, your $10 would win $72 with the same exact picks, plus $5 free, so you can try it out risk-free with real money, $5. But then you're going to want to deposit because it's a 100% deposit match. You're going to start with a great welcome bonus and the higher payout. So sign up for Parlay Play. We'll see you guys over in the Discord to lock in for the NBA season and subscribe to the channel.